Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing a film that I really regret watching, to be honest, but I hope that it will make for an entertaining video. Without further ado, on with the review.
Polos is life, 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 sleep all night and then Polos is life.
So, unlike most of the media that I review on this channel, I'd actually never heard of this movie before I decided to make a video on it, so I don't really have any history with it or anything. I got a comment recommending this movie to review a while ago, and when I looked it up on IMDb, I just knew that it would be perfect. Thanks for the suggestion, Lord Farquaad. The movie begins with a bizarre animation of alien llamas marching in a military-like fashion towards some crate-shaped ships that fly into space. One of these ships crashes to Earth, and a llama with horrible red CGI glowing eyes steps out. The animation isn't horrible or anything, but I wouldn't say it's something I'd expect from a high-quality movie. Not that this is a high-quality movie. In terms of style and caliber, it looks like something you typically find on YouTube. So, a farming couple spots the llama in their field, and as it's about to rain, they decide to go inside and argue about when to call their neighbours about it, as they assume that the llama belongs to them. As expected, the dialogue between these two is pretty flat and unconvincing.
If it was my llama, I'd be concerned.
You'll think that when he gets in the garden you just put out.
Then it'll be a dead llama.
In some cliché silhouette shots, the llama is implied to have broken into the house with the intention of giving us our first kill of the film. That also makes the last line from the guy pretty ironic. As the couple are sleeping in their bed, the llama wakes and kills them in an off-screen attack, and there isn't really much I can say about it. The camera cuts away, blood splatters onto their belongings. It's not anything new or interesting, especially for an introductory kill. Plus, you could see it coming from a mile away. The next morning, some obligatory government agents are investigating the crime scene, and have the llama's ship surrounded by yellow tape. This guy lands in a helicopter and inspects the scene.
My God.
Okay, no. Come on, where's the real performance?
After that, he just kinda tells the other people working there to take the ship back to base, and there's a long drawn-out shot of him flying away in the chopper, because the filmmakers probably wanted to show off that they could actually get one of those things. Anyways, the farming couple's family go to stay at their place after the funeral, while the police try to figure out what happened. The family is comprised of their daughter, grandson Floyd, and granddaughter Mel, and they all argue about the nature of their elderly relatives' deaths. The acting here is so whiny and fake, and I feel like we're gonna get this through the whole movie.
What are you doing?
I'm not gonna stay in this depressing dress all day.
Stay strong, everyone. Once in the house, the mum tells Mel off because Floyd is supposed to be very disturbed because of his parents' separation. Apparently he wets the bed a lot.
And if he wets the bed, don't make me allow it.
But Mom, you said you wouldn't tell anyone.
But me, I have to get the first one as people won't think I'm cute.
I don't get it. Is Floyd supposed to be a child, or is he just that psychologically damaged? The shots that follow are weird close-up shots that are used throughout the movie, and I think I'm gonna be psychologically damaged by the end of this. Conveniently, the mum has to leave so the kids are left home alone, with the killer llama. Mel has the genius idea to hold a party, even though her mum said not to, and Floyd disapproves for this reason. Oh boy, I bet nothing crazy's gonna happen at this party. Mel then calls a bunch of her friends to invite them, and it's edited in this really choppy, strange way, while Floyd stalks around warily outside.
Hey, Dan, it's Mel. Hey, Sheila. Hey, Trish, Sebastian, Amanda, Barney. You wanna come to a party tonight?
I I don't understand why this choice was made rather than just have her calling multiple people shown through fade-ins, and have just one shot of Floyd walking around, or even show him walking around outside through a window in the background. I know you can't tell through my commentary because I've decided to spare you guys, but this goes on for a while as well. The investigators are still outside, investigating obviously, and are discussing the llama's origins.
Report from NASA, they were tracking this and they believe it to be coming from the Orion Nebula.
Well, it makes sense because it came through the northern quadrant.
They then find some furry egg thing which I assume is supposed to hatch a baby alien llama, like this is Minecraft or something. I know I keep bringing this up, but it's so obvious that these guys aren't actors and have just memorized their lines full stop. I originally assumed that the investigation and the family's arrival took place some time apart, but I think this is supposed to be happening on the same day. It's so obvious that they're not though, because the shots of the investigation are sunny, whereas it looks like it's cloudy and about to rain in the shots of Floyd outside. We then get this card which says, Time-lapse, and the movie skips to Mel's party. 1. The editing is harsh, it just comes out of nowhere. 2. The text isn't even centered. And 3. That's not what a time-lapse is. A time-lapse is when you speed up footage of a usually slow process. The speed paints that play in the background of my commentary, those are time-lapses. If you want to put a card like that in your movie, you could say something like, a few hours later. That would be correct. Our meatbags play typical college party games, like Never Have I Ever, and Floyd interrupts to lecture the partygoers about not ruining anything in the house, and that their family intends on selling it. Now this next bit of conversation is the most offensive line in the movie.
Dude, I'm serious, the sequel, way better than the original.
No fucking way.
No, by a long shot.
No, not even a little bit, man.
Come on.
The original Evil Dead? No, man, you can't beat that.
Look, dude in the snapback with the Voltron shirt? What are you talking about? Shaggy from Scooby-Doo over here is just right. The sequel took everything good in the original and made it 10 times better. That scene with Ash fighting his own hand? Tell me anything in the first movie topped that. I don't think so. So, Mel and her friend Dan talk about trying to get Floyd laid, and then there's this weird long-winded segment based on a euphemism about a potential partner for Floyd making sure that both of their instruments are in tune.
I get it.
I don't get it.
What's going on? This movie is so all over the place. Floyd embarrasses himself and it's just painful, and Mel texts her friend Sarah about how they're gonna bang or something. She's not even looking at her phone. Come on, movie, you're not even trying. Sarah stops on her way over as our alien llama friend is blocking the road, and he fires his laser eyes at the driver's seat. The car explosion effect isn't so bad, but the fire effect of Sarah burning in her car is pretty awful. Floyd goes to give his new lady friend a drink, and the metalhead guy from earlier goes to take a piss outside. I'm certain they have a bathroom, but you know, dumb movie, gotta have more kills. He gets scared by the llama who spits his drink at him or something, and he rushes back inside. No one takes him seriously, obviously, as again, dumb horror movie. There's this couple that has been arguing during the whole party, and so the guy leaves to calm down outside. He starts smoking and offers the llama a hit, and the demonic creature bites his fingers off in a blood effect that isn't so bad. I guess the other guy was just a red herring. The llama then strikes him through the chest, and his girlfriend, who has followed him outside, catches his heart. It's so ridiculous. It doesn't end there though, folks. The llama then beats the lady to a pulp before snapping her neck, cartoon sound effects and all.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
As part of the ploy to get Floyd laid, Dan forces him to take some of the group to his grandparents' hot tub, and this douchey guy called Trent, who is apparently Mel's boyfriend, shows up to the party. I don't really care about any of these characters, so I'm just gonna call this guy Chad for the rest of this video. I think that's more fitting. Loads of the characters start, you know. Including Floyd, and it's super weird and unsettling, so let's swiftly move on and pretend this never happened. The killer llama breaks into their hot tub party, and somehow no one notices until it's too late. It knocks the stereo they're playing music on into the hot tub, and they're all electrocuted to death. The metalhead with bad taste walks in on this, sees the llama, and runs for his life. A couple of the other people go to get into the hot tub, and somehow don't realize that all of their friends are being electrocuted. This is beyond cartoonish now, and these deaths were totally just deserved. Who is this stupid? Surprise, surprise, the rest of the characters can't get any service, and while they're outside trying to get someone to call the police, the llama shows up again. As one of the couples tries to run away, the llama shoots at them with its laser eyes and they explode, causing the survivors to be sprayed with copious amounts of blood, and Chad vomits a shit ton. They leave him outside, and the llama spits some kind of alien gunk on him. He begins to transform into a mutated were-llama, and in a panic, Mel calls her estranged father. The group try to escape outside and are chased by the llama, a couple of them being killed in the process. They abandon Chad and he begins to mutate further. The animation style from the beginning returns for this segment, and the llama grabs the poor guy with tentacles, I guess to speed up the process further. Dan, Mel, and Floyd find the llama's spaceship, and this is just unbelievable. You're kidding me. This space stick, yes, they literally call it a space stick, is a weapon that Dan briefly uses against the llama's laser beams. Speaking of Dan, his clothing seems to be changing in every shot, and now he's doing a Captain Kirk cosplay? He even does a terrible motivational speech. Predictably, Dan is then promptly shot and killed by the llama. Mel and Floyd hide out in a barn, while the llama hunts for them, and their dad turns up to save the day. As he snoops around, he touches and tastes some of the slime that was on Chad. Surely this would make him mutate though? Somehow it doesn't. The dad then catches Chad in a barn laying some more llama eggs? Do the males of the species lay the eggs then? Nice lore movie. Thankfully, Mel and Floyd's dad just puts Chad out of his misery, but the eggs begin to hatch. It's a cute little puppet and all, but he shoots the eggs anyway. The adult llama explodes the dad's gun, and then gets into some hand-to-hand combat with him before ripping his throat out. Sad for Mel and Floyd, I guess. Luckily, Floyd seems to have matured a bit due to the events of the night, which may not be healthy, but it's convenient. The dad, still up and talking somehow, runs over the llama with a combine harvester after using Mel and Floyd as bait.
Cause I got a brand new combine harvester and I'll give you the key. Come on now, let's get together in perfect harmony.
The dad promptly dies after telling Mel that she was always his favourite, and the movie ends with some B-Tech Eminem song about the movie.
Llamageddon, Llamageddon, it's a Llamageddon, motherfucker. Llamageddon, Llamageddon.
This movie is absolutely awful. It's obviously been made as a joke or some sort of cash grab, and it's so uninspired and full of cliches. The stupid teens clearly just there to increase the death toll, the bad effects, the cheesy dialogue. The only thing interesting about it is the laughable premise. I did wonder if the copious amounts of blood and green gooish substances was a reference to the Evil Dead franchise, as they do that in those movies too, albeit somehow more tastefully, and they did mention the franchise in this film. There are so many odd segments in this film which pull you out of the story along with the strange editing. This makes it so hard to follow what's happening, and a lot of it is so uncomfortable to watch. I get the kind of humour they're going for, but it's not really my style. On top of that, the pacing is so slow. This movie is only just over an hour long, but while watching it for this review, I felt like I was sitting there for 3 hours. Because of all of those reasons, while I do respect the goofiness of this film, I wouldn't watch this again. I did like that the llama was credited with a name though. That was cute, and the message during the end credits demonstrates at least some self-awareness. Well, that's all for this video. Be sure to follow me on social media as they are all linked in my description box. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and to leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And as always, thanks for watching.
Nothing like a polo to ease my mind. With polos by my side, I'll always shine. The blue and green ones are my favorite kind, but I'll eat the colored ones from time to time. Cause polos is life, polos is life, polos is life.